Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab-proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wondercide's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wondercide.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wondercide.com. Wondercide. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wondercide today.
Have you ever wanted to dive deeper into the horror movies you love? Beyond the Blood is a horror podcast for fans who want more than just surface-level screams. We do deep dives into the movies that shaped us, digging into director commentaries, behind-the-scenes stories, deleted scenes, and the special features that most people skip. Each episode is a love letter to the genre. We break down how these films were made, the creative risks that paid off or didn't, and the lasting impact they've had on the genre as a whole. From 70s slashers to modern nightmares, we celebrate the craft, chaos, and characters that keep us coming back. If you're the kind of fan who rewatches movies with the commentary on, or you simply grew up in the video store horror aisle, the Beyond the Blood podcast was made for you. New episodes every single week. Subscribe, and let's dig deep. Welcome to the Beyond the Blood podcast.
But not today, Andy. You know why?
Why?
Because today is Rex Manning Day.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We must not fret on Rex Manning Day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Chris Stachiw, and I am the host of the Kulturecast. I am joined by my good friend. He is a good friend. He is one of my close friends. Him and I work together every week. He is a recording artist, among other things, horror fan of music, fan of life. In movies. A fan of movies, your friend and mine, recording artist, Andy Gnosis.
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm doing it again.
He's doing it, folks. And on this episode of the Kulturecast, we're not talking about a horror movie, which has seemingly at this point kind of become your film du jour on this show, Mr. Gnosis. Yep. No, we're actually going to talk about something that I guess for the normies, this might be more inside of your wheelhouse. One might think, given kind of your choice of profession, one might say. Mm-hmm. But ladies and gentlemen, on this episode of the Kulturecast, we are going to be talking about a film that is very near and dear to my heart, 1995's Empire Records.
Just let me introduce you to everybody. This is Gina, Roy, Lucas, AJ.
The staff of Empire Records had the coolest jobs on earth.
Do you think the story is already written, or do you think a bold and courageous act can change the course of history?
Something happened to me last night in Atlantic City. Did you win anything? No, I did not.
But Lucas blew it. Everyone knew it.
You want to buy Empire?
Well, that's a good thing, right? The money's gone.
Where's it going to?
I think it's recirculating.
We're turning this into a music town?
I have to pay for what Mr. Brilliant here did. I'm the idiot. You're the screw-up, and we are all losers.
Now, 5 friends have one day to decide what to do with the rest of their lives. AJ loves Corey, not the whole story.
Today is the day that I'm gonna tell Corey how I feel about her. That I,
love her.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's possible for someone to be in love with someone else and not even know it?
In this life, there are nothing but possibilities.
That is so sweet. I think I'm gonna barf.
Corey wants Rex first time at sex.
Hey, Rex, what happened to your hair?
I will offer myself to Rex Manning. I wish I could be brave.
You are brave. I have to bring Rex's lunch.
I'm bringing Rex's lunch!
Mark's raging mad. Best day he's had.
Help me, help me, help me. If I was in a band, they would not be doing this to me.
Deb shaved her head and made out she was dead.
I tried to kill myself with a lady bit.
Just your typical nutty teenager.
You did have hair, right?
I was tired of being invisible.
Gina did it again, this time to a friend.
You get smarter the shorter your skirt gets.
I want to sing in a band, but I don't have the guts.
So is this how your life's gonna be now? You're just gonna screw every has-been?
Stop it!
I get this funny feeling deep inside.
Want to know more? Check out the store.
Empire Records open until midnight. This is Mark. Midnight.
Empire Records, featuring the music of Better Than Ezra, Gin Blossoms, Ape Hangers, Evan Dando, Toad the Wet Sprocket, and the Cranberries.
What is wrong with you people?
Rock and roll.
Well, baby, I don't want to take advice from fools. I'll just figure everything is...
So the film is directed by Allan Moyle, written by Carol Heineken, and it stars, boy, who doesn't it star, really? It stars, I would say, a smattering of the best and brightest up-and-coming actors of the mid-'90s. Rory Cochrane, Ethan Randall, otherwise known as Ethan Embry, Robin Tunney, Renee Zellweger, Liv Tyler, Anthony LaPaglia, Debbie Mazar. Who could forget Maxwell Caulfield as Rex Manning? And what is this movie about? Well, this movie is about Lucas, played by Rory Cochrane, who goes and loses all of the store's money. How much money, you might ask? About $9,000. He loses it in Atlantic City after he was told not to. And the next day, it turns out that the store is being sold to Music Town, a large national chain, and that money was to help try to buy the store out. Now the store is bankrupt, and it's Rex Manning Day, and it's a day in the life. And you know what? Just before we even talk about this movie, a film I know you had not seen, I love movies like this, where they take place over one day.
That's literally what I said once it was over. These are my favorite type of films. They're very like...
day in the life.
Yeah, it's a coming of age, something that happens in one day. They still have them today, like super bad type films where hilarity ensues.
What was the one with the two girls on like graduation night? Jonah Hill's sister is in it.
Yeah, Booksmart.
Yep, that one, very similar. A lot of these, like you said,
Dazed and Confused being one of my favorite ones. So that definitely reminded me of this type of film, and I love these types of films.
But how did you feel about this movie? A movie you had never seen before.
I loved it.
It was great, right? It's really good, right?
I was laughing. I was frustrated. I was in awe. I was sympathetic towards, specific characters, and I was sympathetic towards the overall plot of the film. Yeah,
I don't remember when I saw this movie. I want to say I saw it sometime in... I honestly don't know. I'm trying to remember if I had seen it before I met my wife, which would have been 2011. Obviously, like 16 years after this movie came out. I want to say I saw it before. So I've seen this movie at least 7 or 8 times. I can't remember the first time I saw it, but I do remember the first time I saw it really resonating with the characters. For whatever reason, the like poster is seared in my mind. I don't know why. But that poster with Liv Tyler in the center and Renee Zellweger and Johnny Whitworth, like it's seared in my mind for whatever reason. But yeah, I know what it is, but I don't know what possessed me to watch it the first time I watched it. But I will tell you that I think about this movie a lot. I like this movie a lot. And there are some really fun performances. It is not without its faults. I am not sitting here and saying that it is not a film without faults, because it has faults. Plenty of them, frankly, especially with some of the characters and the way some of the subject matter is treated. But I also think that's just like a 90s thing.
Right. Because I was, as I was enjoying it, I was like, man, if this came out today.
It couldn't come out today.
A lot of this stuff is highly problematic.
It's in poor. Some of it is frankly goes as far as I would say in poor taste.
Yeah.
There are a couple. There's a character who is addicted to amphetamines. which is kind of a big deal now, but less of the issue. I think the bigger issue is obviously the suicide with Robin Tunney's character,
right?
And how all of that is handled, and the sex shaming of Renee Zellweger's character.
The slut shaming, that was what got me so much. I was like, today we would be empowering this woman, as you should.
But that's the thing. So I have a friend who is 18, and they have been slut shamed by people in their own generation, which kind of blew my mind.
Yeah.
Right? Mind blowing to me. I was under the impression that people younger than me, 5 to 10 years younger than me, stopped caring about those kinds of things. Because, in this movie, I understand where they're coming from. I don't agree with it any more than you do, but that was a thing you could play on in the 90s and the 2000s, frankly. And frankly, up until now, really, we're just now as a society getting to the point where it's like, slut shaming is bad. If someone wants to be sexually promiscuous and they're not hurting anyone else or themselves, fucking let them. Who cares? Life is literally too fucking short.
Right.
But this movie just treats it as like a joke. Like,
it's a joke. And, that and the character, what's his name? Rex
Manning.
Rex Manning. Okay.
Greatest song in the movie. Right.
I just love that. Are we doing spoilers or what's going on?
This movie is very old.
It's old. Okay, I was 4?
I was 5 when this movie came.
Yeah, so as you were saying, you've seen it many times now. This is my first time seeing it. I was always aware of this film, and now that I've seen it, now I'm asking the same thing everyone else was asking. Why haven't you seen this film yet? This is totally up your alley. You know what I mean? It's
right. Yeah, for real. I was surprised when I asked you, like, hey, have you seen Empire Records? And you were like, no.
Yeah,
I was
the
like,
disgust you had for me.
Well, I was just kind of, I was more shocked because, again, like,
Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wondercide's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wondercide.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wondercide.com. Wondercide. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wondercide today.
If you're looking for more horror outside of the mainstream, look no further than Unsung Horrors, a podcast about underseen horror movies. I'm Lance.
And I'm Erica. Every other week, we'll cover a horror movie with fewer than 1,000 views on Letterboxd. We'll even give you double feature recommendations to pair with the movies we discuss.
From gothic to shot on video, from slashers to comedies, from giallo to J-horror. We'll cover all the subgenres. So join us as we unearth these hidden gems of horror.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Unsung Horrors, available wherever you listen to podcasts. And part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
You seen Spinal Tap?
Yes.
Okay. Again, that is like when I think of music movies, not music movies, but movies about music, mind you.
Yeah.
Spinal Tap is 100% at the top of that list, higher than this one. Spinal Tap is the movie I go back to.
Right.
I mean, that's one of my favorite comedies, period.
Yeah, I mean, I like,
perfect movie almost.
Right. And I like, obviously, movies like this are my thing. I love Almost Famous, Detroit Rock City, things like that. So this totally fit, just thrown in more of a kind of Breakfast Clubby kind of vibe, but for the 90s. Yeah,
it definitely leans on its ensemble cast.
In one place.
Yeah, it's an ensemble cast movie. It's a bottle episode of like a TV show has bottle episodes. It's a bottle movie in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's funny because you do kind of realize very early on into the movie that all of the characters are very shallowly written. They're not given a lot of backstory. They're not given a lot of growth in the movie. There's a couple that are, but most of them are there to drop pithy one-liners and kind of be smart asses in the peanut gallery, which is perfectly fine. Ostensibly, realistically, the main characters of the movie are Robin Tunney, Liv Tyler, Renee Zellweger, and I guess you could make the case Johnny Whitworth, but it almost really is like, it does really hew very close to straight up ensemble cast. Almost like the definition, because nobody is really given more time than anyone else. I mean, we do follow the characters as they kind of come to work, and we do kind of start the film with Lucas. Right.
Work.
Right. Well, and when we talk about High Fidelity, you will notice like these kinds of, because like I consider this in the same vein as High Fidelity, like part A, part B of kind of the same equation of like, this is what it's like if you work at a video, like a music store with all your friends. Yeah. High Fidelity is like, what if you're just miserable and you own a music store? Like, right. And it's kind of, they're a nice counterpoint, but this movie does really benefit from having some of the best character actors of the late 90s, early 2000s in their film. Anthony LaPaglia, Rory Cochrane, Ethan Embry, Liv Tyler. Need I say more? I mean, Renee Zellweger has gone on to have a massive career still to this day. Liv Tyler, I assume Liv Tyler is still, I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff, but she works on a lot of TV, I think, now. Obviously, Liv Tyler, there's kind of only one thing someone of my age and inclination thinks of her in, which is Arwen in Lord of the Rings, which I would contend is her best role.
Most memorable, if not, isn't she in like a,
she's
like a war?
She's in Armageddon. Oh, Pearl Harbor and Armageddon.
Okay.
Yeah, with Josh Hartnett and Ben Affleck. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all problems aside from this film, this was what I always wanted as a teen. Seeing things like this, because there were other episodes, like you said, of teen TV shows and whatnot, where they work at record stores or coffee shops / magazine stores, things like that. And it never really looked like anybody was doing anything other than hanging out, shooting the shit, and catching each other up on gossip. They seem to go in and out as they please. Boyfriends, girlfriends drop by, to drop something off. Like things like that. I'm like, was it ever like that? Because we were never old enough to know. We weren't teens in the 90s. We were in the 90s, but we weren't teens in the 90s. We were children. But I did get to witness how cool it was that my older cousins who were teens were just hanging out at the mall. You know what I mean? And they had their summer jobs, but it didn't seem like they were there long. And I wonder if that's realistic for the 90s, or if that's just something that they made up for the films,
Well, so that's the thing. As someone with a fair amount of Gen Xer friend, many of whom I podcast with fairly regularly, frankly, I podcast with more Gen Xers than I do with people my own age. You and I are a rather anomaly in that respect. Most people I podcast with and work with creatively, at least in podcasting, are people of the age of these characters in the movie. Some of my friends like this movie. Some of my friends abhor this movie. And I would think for understandable reasons. I mean, again, it is kind of a, like you said, romanticized. Right. Mm-hmm. I would like to believe this is the way it was. If you and I had a record store, this is the way we would want it to be. Right. But at the same time, is that realistic?
Right. And is it healthy? Is it healthy?
Sure. I mean, I think I think there are parts of this movie that are realistic. I am sure that the people who work at record stores in the 90s were probably music heads who loved music and could not give a shit about the people that came into the store who were asking about the latest Stevie Wonder or Barry Manilow record. And you get that sense in this movie. You'll see it a lot in High Fidelity. They really put a pin in it with High Fidelity in regards to like the whole nihilism thing. I think High Fidelity kind of hews more with the nihilism than this movie does.
Right.
But there is that kind of undercurrent in this movie of nihilism, damn the man, save the empire, damn the man. I mean, that kind of stuff. It's like that in my mind is like, that's what fuels the 90s.
Yeah.
Is that just like wanton abandon of societal norms and telling society to, in no uncertain terms, get bent.
Yeah. And it's great. It was great to watch because films today, the ultimate goal is something always a little more superficial in teen films. We just got the Rebel Wilson film senior year. And although I did enjoy it and I found it funny, I was like, man, to win prom queen or to be really Instagram famous and things like that. And to watch Empire Records, the goal was just to keep the record store so that we can all still hang out and be in each other's company. And that to me was so endearing. And it was something that I can relate to because, in my early 20s, I had that group of friends that we all supported each other and we all were different in our styles and our backgrounds and our interests. But we were all this collective of weirdos, the jock, the goth, the punk, the stoner, all these people coming together in a particular like bar in my case. And we all had that in common. And when that bar was being closed, we lost our shit because where's our hangout now? You know?
Right. Totally understand. And that's where this movie is kind of leaning towards, right?
Mm-hmm. And oh my God, but can I just tell you, I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm just going to be honest. The character, I can't remember his name, but the one that lost the $9,000,
Lucas,
insufferable.
Oh,
yeah. I fucking hated him. He had one redeeming scene in the film because it was hilarious. But is he supposed to be?
He knows he's in a movie. He acts like it, right? Doesn't he act like he knows he's in a movie?
Well, he says the most obnoxious shit that almost feels
self-aware.
It's gaslighty almost.
Yeah.
And the people around him, one specific character tells him, don't do that, knock it off. And the character stares him dead in the eyes and calmly continues to do what he's been asked not to do.
Right.
And then is shocked when he's dragged into the office and gets the shit beat out of him, which I was like, well deserved. You had it coming. I hated that character. Now, the redeeming scene that he had that I just thought was so funny was the shoplifter.
Oh, Warren Beatty.
Yeah, Warren.
He just goes by Warren Beatty. Why not?
I thought, oh man, I hate this kid. And he's robbing the store and this and that. And it's so easy to just leave it at that, right? He's stealing from a store that they love so much, but they take him back there and they're giving him a hard time, but he's kind of just hanging out until the cops show up. And in his short amount of time hanging out, he loves this place. There are pretty girls. There is rock and roll. Everyone seemed, other than the ones that, were giving him shit, he even finds them kind of cool. He wants to be them, I was
about to say, I mean, like, isn't that the entire point of the entire movie? Is like, don't you want to work at Empire Records?
Oh, I want to work there.
Right. But right. And Carol Heineken, she based this movie off of her experience at Tower Records. Okay. So, I mean, again, I would like to work somewhere like this. You would like to work somewhere like this. If you don't come away from this movie saying, I would like to work somewhere where I get to be friends with people that I work with and no day feels like working.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't come away from this movie with that feeling,
because,
it wasn't success. That's the thing. This movie was not successful critically. It was rather panned.
Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondersight comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab-proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wonderside's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wonderside.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wonderside.com. Wonderside. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wonderside today.
Hello, this is Aaron West. I am the author of the A24 New Wave. In this book, I look at A24's output and I make the argument that we are in a new wave movement right now. A24 plays a major role. This book has a supplemental podcast where each episode is a brief conversation about an A24 related topic, whether an actor, director, or even a genre. As I continue research for the book and conduct interviews, I expect to record podcast episodes with people involved with the company. You can find the podcast at cinejourneys.com or wherever you find podcasts, and we are proud to be members of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
But the people that liked it really liked it, and I think the reason that people liked it is because they like spending time with these characters, because they too would like to be employees of Empire Records.
Right. And if Ethan Embry's character can be employed here, I think I have a pretty fair shot of getting a job here, because this kid, although sweet and innocent, is a moron.
Big time.
It has one of the funniest moments. There's something about when a guy screams and his voice cracks that is so funny to me. I just find it so funny. When there's the shoplifter scene, and Ethan Embry turns around and just screams at the top of his lungs, shoplifter, and his voice just goes into this screechy mode.
Shoplifter!
Yeah. And it sounded like a little boy screaming, and I could not help but find that so funny. And even more so, the kid ends up coming back, yielding not an unloaded weapon,
but a weapon nonetheless.
Yeah, still scary, and they take it seriously. Thankfully, it was blanks, but in doing so, gets a job there. Like, just admit it. You don't want to hurt us because you want to work here. And he's like, well. And I just loved that. I loved the name tag being made, and he's like, no, keep it here. For like, I want to make sure that I have that here. Gives me a reason to come back and make sure this is for real. And but I have so much to say about this movie that, like I said, I hadn't seen it. My first time seeing it, loved it, and I will watch it again. I guarantee you that. Now,
well, it's made for someone like you, and it's made for someone like me. Like that's the thing about this movie that I think, again, kind of can't be overstated enough. Like, this is a cult movie. This is 100% a cult movie, because again, there are parts in this movie that do not work at all. For a lot of people, Rory Cochran's performance, you are not alone in finding him insufferable. I don't find him as annoying as I think the general populace does, at least the general populace, the people who enjoy this movie. I don't find him nearly as annoying, but I also kind of like that thing that Rory Cochran does at this point in his career. It's 180 from Slater in Dazed and Confused, obviously.
The stoner dude.
Right.
Yeah. But what is this guy's deal? I want to know what this guy's deal is, because and they even pointed out, they're like, what's with you today? Today you're all of a sudden you're talking like a fortune cookie. Like,
I don't know.
Is it on purpose? Are you trying to piss everyone off? Like, he didn't have a plan. I got what he was trying to. Oh, by the way, as soon as I realized what that money was actually for, I hated him even more.
That's fair.
He took the money, and his intentions were good, thinking that this place is going to get bought out. So I'm going to take all this money, try to get more, so we can buy it back or whatnot. Not realizing that money he took and bet was for a partnership, to make sure that they all are still able to work there and whatnot. So he double screwed everybody.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's all I have to say about him. I just did not like him. Favorite guy in this movie, I called him Hairdo, or Pretty Boy, the one that's in love with Liv Tyler.
Oh, Johnny Whitworth.
Yeah. What hair?
I know, right? Just like, and he still has it, like perfect.
It is beautiful. I just kept looking at his head. If I had hair like that, it's like the flippy hair that's
perfectly coiffed.
Yeah, it's just 90s and it's rich and it's cut perfectly and it frames his face. I was like, I would wear that hair today. I don't care if it's not the 90s. It is in my head. So
he's great. He hasn't been in a whole lot of stuff. I mean, he's been in some stuff here and there, but never anything to the level of like a lead.
Well, I figured because I do not recognize him.
He was in Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance as a bad guy.
Okay, never seen that.
Not on my list. Not at the top of my list of things to see. It's on my list of things to see, but not at the top.
He was great though in Empire Records, and
he's really good.
He's fantastic. I just did not recognize him. Robin Tunney was the character I related to the most, aside from the self-infliction physical harm, which is handled a little oddly, but
it's handled in a way that films in the 90s handle it, right?
Right. I also, as we were watching it, I watched it with my girlfriend. I was like, interesting that this character is a character that physically harms himself, because after this movie, she went on to do The Craft, which is why she's wearing a wig in The Craft, because she shaved her head in this film. In The Craft, she plays Sarah, a girl who has a history of self-harming.
Right.
So I was like, that's all I'm going to know Robin Tunney for. It's in the 90s. She was the girl that,
Isn't she the lead in The Craft?
Yeah.
That's why I thought.
Technically, they're all kind of leads. I mean,
yeah, that's another ensemble movie. She's also in End of Days. You ever seen that movie?
With Arnold?
Yeah, where he fights the devil.
Yeah. I saw
that movie. I think that's what we did our 100th episode on. 200th episode. That movie is really something else.
It was interesting. There was a dinner scene where he just in public pulls out a woman's breast or something.
Yeah, something to that effect. It has yielded some of the better Arnold one-liners. Okay. You're a fucking choir boy compared to me, shit like that. I mean, that's what anybody remembers it for, because that movie is not good.
Okay.
and Arnold just saying Thomas Aquinas over and over again.
I like to quote Arnold mostly for Jingle All the Way.
Put the cookie down. Now.
Who said you could eat my cookies?
Oh my God. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Coupon, Donna, Blitzen. I did it. Do I win? A doll? A stupid little doll? I love that movie. I don't give a shit.
Have you done one of these on that film?
I don't know, but we definitely have done one on the sequel.
Okay, I've never seen the sequel, but if you do,
you know who the sequel? Do you know who the sequel has starring in the lead role?
Yes, it's Larry the Cable Guy, right?
Tell me if this isn't a good idea, though. Jingle All the Way reboot.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Hart, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay.
Kevin Hart plays the harried father, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson plays the mailman. So swap the roles.
Right.
So you have the comedian playing the dad, and the non-comedian playing the dad, playing the mailman, the funny character. I think because Dwayne The Rock Johnson still has comedic timing, and Kevin Hart could play a funnier straight man in a movie like that than being that, fucking see what I mean? The fucking toys, you could see Kevin Hart doing that Sinbad monologue in front of the toy store. What does he say? It's those toy fat cats that suck the children's minds out. I could see Kevin Hart doing that, but it would be much funnier for The Rock to do it.
Dear Santa, can I have a stinky? No, your daddy's been laid off.
I could see Dwayne The Rock Johnson doing that and it being very funny. Yeah,
and it's physical comedy, so that would totally work.
Right.
Right. Well,
that's the other thing. Yeah.
If you do one on that film, I got to be there for it. I have so much.
Who told you could eat my cookies? Who told you could eat my cookies?
My cookies. My God, I have
fucking Phil Hartman in that movie.
Yeah. Rest in peace. But
one love, dog.
Okay, back to Empire Records. Okay. I don't know. That guy, the musician that shows up.
Oh, Maxwell Caulfield, Rex Manning.
Rex Manning.
No more,
I will tell you, I didn't recognize him And I'm watching.
He brings
the
your
film.
loving right to your front door, baby.
Well, I'm watching the film, right? And I'm looking at his face and I'm thinking, this guy would be so good looking if the hair was fixed and that shit of a tan. It's like that Trump tan where it's like the lips are pale and the eyes.
Sure.
And I was like, I think I even made a joke that he looked like someone, but my girlfriend said, don't insult him like that, blah, blah, blah. And he was very, offended. I said, well, who is he? She goes, he's from Grease 2.
Right. He's the lead from Grease 2.
And I was like, the gorgeous dude from Grease 2. She goes, yeah. Cause I remember when she showed me that film, I was like, who's this guy? He's beautiful. Like he looked like a Ken doll, and I could not believe that was him. And of course, as soon as she said it, I said, that is him.
Sandy.
He looks like fucking, like, that what's that magic movie with nobody saw it, the Burt Wonderstone or something.
Oh yeah.
That's what he looked like here, and I was not digging it. The fact that any teenage girl,
but it's intentional, right?
Oh yeah, it has to be, because they make fun of him in the end. He walks in there like he's the big shit, but it's the 90s, so that kind of music, although still popular among mothers
and gay men, apparently, according to this movie,
right? The teens were just like, yeah, we like it. And then finally just tell him, your music sucks. We hate your new album. Get out of here.
But here's the thing, though. That song is catchy as fuck.
Oh, no, it was.
That's what I don't understand.
Hello, filthy movie lovers. My name is Gentry Austin.
And I'm Casey Scott.
And we're the hosts of the Sin Syndicate, film podcast for something weirdos, anti-criterion bros, and Joseph Sarno aficionados. Join us semi-weekly as we peer into the adults-only theaters and sticky-floored cinemas of the golden age of sexploitation, when the morals were loose, the laws were murky, and the intercourse was all simulated. Find us now on the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
And like, they say they don't like it, but that song is catchy as fuck. It does, like, if the song sucked, I would get it. But regardless of if you're an Empire Records employee or not, that song is catchy.
Can you explain something to me with his character, though?
Sure.
Something happens between him and Liv Tyler, and she's very adamant about losing it to him. Now, I did not know that she meant literally what I thought.
Virginity.
I thought she meant, I'm going to do it to his records. This is my soundtrack, for my first time. And I'm like, all right. But
no,
she wanted to sleep with him. And, but as soon as he was like he was like, okay, I'm down. She lost interest completely. What was that about? I had my theory, but I want to know if it's correct or not.
The way I perceive it is she realized what she actually wanted.
Okay.
But it's very tenuous, right? Like,
well, because she takes off her clothes and she makes it very clear, sleep with me. And he says, all right, unzips his pants, and she's like, bleh, and then
I guess she was expecting him to be a gentle lover.
Okay, that was my
theory. That what that's the only other thing I can come up with.
I think she thought his music is so passionate, and it's it's like it's the soundtrack to like novellas type of shit. It's cheesy,
right?
He must be a gentle lover. He'd probably get up from behind that table and embrace me and kiss me, and it would be beautiful. But he kind of just unzips his pants and goes rock and roll, and that is pretty gross. You know what I mean?
It's pretty misogynistic.
Yeah. So like for him to assume that'd be the first thing she'd want to do, as opposed to, hold me, kiss me, love me.
Nah, baby, suck it.
Oh no. Okay. So see, that was my theory. I was like, I think that was pretty gross, and I would be grossed out too. But her character seems to not really know, at least not right away, what she wants.
Right. Her character is the naive ingenue of the film. And she's, again, like I was saying kind of early on, like the film, all the characters in the film are stereotypes. Right. Or caricatures, right? Like you have the Robin Tunney character, who's kind of the quote
edgy,
mentally disturbed, shaves her head in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Like,
wow, shade me. Why don't you? I just said I related to her.
But you know what I mean? But like, that's my thing is like, I relate to her the most out of anyone too, in spite of the way the character is written, which I think is like so kind of ghoulishly caricature that it's just like, it's almost laughable.
Right.
Like her character is written in such a way that if you don't make light of suicide, but you are anyways. Like,
right. And I mean, I like the way that the women interact in this film. I'm all for women supporting women, but these, you know, they kind of bitched at each other a bit.
Right.
But not in a way that was so mean. Like, it wasn't mean spirited. It felt very playful. Even when Robin Tunney's character was trying to be nice to Liv Tyler, you know? So I liked that they're just giving each other a hard time because why not? We're teenagers. We're here. We're different. One's promiscuous. One's the book nerd who has drug issues. And I'm the edgy chick that just shaved her head.
Right.
Which they never really explained her reasoning. One could only assume something happened the night before she showed up to work. Because she just shows up and shaves her head.
Right. Which again, in my mind, that's what drives it into caricature.
Right. Because, you know, growing up, I've seen The Craft way more. So I'm a huge fan of that film. So I always knew that she wore a wig in that film. One, because it's obvious. And two, audio commentaries, they let you know she just came off of Empire Records. So I was always aware that she shaves her head in the movie.
Right.
I just didn't know it happened right off the bat. So I was like, oh, okay, we're going there. Like, shaved head through the whole movie. Right on. But Liv Tyler's character, what was the pills that she was taking?
Meth, like Adderall.
Oh,
her whole thing is like, she's like a book, like you said, book nerd. So she's taking Adderall to, you know, focus.
Gotcha,
again, it's like this, again, like written in such a way that it is like, it's such a caricature.
It's because it's college kids do that today. Like, just you have no idea. Like, everybody's doing it. I didn't, but I'm just saying, like, majority of my friend group,
Andy.
Majority of my
just to clarify, Your Honor, I did not participate.
Well, I didn't go to college. So.
I mean, I had friends in college who would buy Adderall from my other friends. I mean, it's not. Who cares, right? Like,
it is at this point. It's like there's a keg at a frat party. It's obvious that it's going to be there,
right?
So college kids who are, you know, rebellious, don't really give a shit, but they want to make sure they pass their exams.
That's how the smart kids are rebellious in college. They take meth,
Adderall,
meth. They take. I mean, it's methamphetamine salts, right? I mean, that's.
I don't know.
Yeah, Adderall is on the bottle called methamphetamine salts.
Well, that's scary. All my friends were doing meth.
Well, I mean, but again, I mean, that's the issue with writing a character the way that this character is written, is that it kind of downplays how serious it kind of is.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I'm not saying that like to take Adderall if you're not prescribed is a big deal. It's not, but it does, like, people who are on Adderall, there are problems. Like your appetite is suppressed.
Right.
Like you can get hyper focused on stuff. Like the way that they're making it in this movie is just like, take Adderall equal good grades. And it's like, that's not, I mean, it's part of it.
And you stay pretty, you know?
Because you don't fucking eat, because you have a suppressed appetite, because you literally are not hungry.
It's brought to light after they have a interesting encounter, her and Renee Zellweger, where she full on slut shames her.
Yep.
I don't even know where they are. They're sitting outside something, maybe outside the store, I guess.
Because Renee Zellweger fucks Rex Manning.
Yeah. And I didn't think that was going to happen, because that happens right after Liv Tyler just tells her, you know, basically you're a slut. And I was like, well, that's really mean. So she goes and goes into the room with Rex Manning. I'm thinking she's going to do something to prove that she's not that she has to, like snap an embarrassing photo of him, a Polaroid or something, and bring it back to Liv and be like, you know, I didn't sleep with him, but there. Now he's embarrassed too, because she said she was humiliated. I thought it was going to be like a friend showing a friend, I got your back moment, but Renee Zellweger just went for it and slept with him anyways. You know, which I have nothing to say about that.
Who cares?
That's her choice.
The movie makes a bigger deal out of it than anyone should.
Yeah,
if she wants to fuck Rex Manning, let her fuck Rex Manning. Who cares?
And why they were both consensual?
Because Rex Manning is gross. That's why. But like again, like you're gonna tell me. See, that's the thing. You're gonna tell me that these characters who undoubtedly grew up in households with parents that are listening to Rex Manning's music, you're gonna tell me that she didn't know Rex Manning's music anyways. So It's like you grew up on this. So like, why are any of them like, oh, Rex Manning? It's like, I mean, the guy is a creep.
Yeah.
But he is written that way. He's written as a creep so that we are disgusted by him.
Mm-hmm. No,
didn't necessarily have to be a creep. He could have just been a guy who's out of touch with reality, which I think is a much more interesting character than what we're presented with, because what we're presented with is, again, a caricature. All the characters in this film are written and drawn with a very broad brush, which means in being drawn with a broad brush, they have very over-the-top reactions to things, which tend to verge on unrealistic. But again, it is romanticized.
Right.
This is a romanticized record store, not a Tower Records in the mall that, you know, Carol Heineken worked at. Because, that's what this really is. It's...
Because his character was very, I'm here, you're welcome.
Right. Like, I'm going to bring in the biggest crowd that the store is going to have all week with my like shitty album that nobody wants. Like, okay, write the character that way. That's more interesting than him just being like a horn dog.
Yeah, because it could have easily gone into the direction of like the Brady Bunch movie where Marcia hires. You've seen the Brady Bunch movie, right?
Long time ago.
Okay, is it Davy Jones or
from the Monkees?
Maybe.
Hey, we're the Monkees. You know what would have been more interesting? Maxwell Caulfield at the end of the movie performing on top with the rest of the people. That would have been interesting. Where even he's like, yeah, fuck this shit.
Right.
Like give him a character with growth. If you're going to give everybody else some character with growth, why not him?
You know who deserved character growth and didn't get anything? And I was confused. I was like, why is he here? Poor guy. The pizza dude. What's his deal?
Oh, James Chemo Wills. He's just stoned as a human being.
I figured I know guys like this where they just happen to be there.
Would you be surprised to find out that he was also in Dazed and Confused?
His face looked so familiar, and I kept asking, "Who is he?"
Yeah,
who is he?
James Chemo Wills.
But who is he in Dazed and Confused?
Uncredited.
Oh fuck!
Guy at party. Okay. He has the perfect stoner look.
Oh yeah, it's a face that screams,
"I'm high, dude."
Yeah, it could be ominous, but it's not. As soon as he opens his mouth, starts to talk.
Whoa, dude! Like it's like the stereotype. Like this man is a stoner with every fiber of his being. I mean, it's true. Like the way he is made to look, he looks like he's just permanently a stoner.
Yeah, just always. He's never low. What's that line in Harold and Kumar where he's smoking weed?
Never low.
He said, "What are you doing? Getting not low."
I love that movie. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Speaking of Ethan Embry, he's in that movie.
Yeah. Oh, Ethan Embry, come on, with that Amelie haircut.
Oh my god. Yeah, I will say of all the characters I like the most in this movie, it's Ethan Embry. The one that I empathize and kind of sympathize with the most is Robin Tunney, but I love Ethan Embry. I love National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation. I don't care. I know that movie's a piece of shit.
I loved that movie growing up.
But it's not good by any stretch of the imagination.
I suppose not, but you know.
Are you a Wayniac? Wayne has invited us.
I put a quarter in, I got a car. I put a quarter in, I got a car. I put a quarter in. Okay, I get it, Russ.
Wayne has invited us to his home, Shenandoah, for fun and festivities.
Wayne Newton.
I like the music they play in that movie. God, we're gonna have to talk about that movie, huh?
That
Man,
is awesome.
That movie is really not like if you watch those first three vacation movies and then you watch the fourth one. Don't forget, there's technically a fifth one and a sixth one. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, and then Vacation, which is technically a sequel.
Yeah. I
also just like one of the most mean-spirited movies I've ever seen.
It was just weird, and the little boy was annoying because he was mean but not funny. So I was like,
"Is it that one kid? Is that one kid playing the son like the really smarmy kid from The Righteous Gemstones, Skylar Gazondo. Yes.
No, not him. I like him. The one that plays even the younger brother. His younger brother bullies him.
Right.
In Vacation. That kid.
Steele Stebbins.
My God, what a little shit. Like it wasn't even written to be funny. I'm all for mean humor if it's funny. Like if the character is just naturally just a mean person.
It was just really mean.
It was just like
they didn't understand the assignment. The National Lampoon's Vacation movies are mean, and they're mean to the main characters. I mean, that's the whole point. But the thing is, they're not really mean. It's more that like Chevy Chase is a bumbling idiot.
Right.
Like the meanest of like all the vacation movies, they have to deal with these like dickheads that antagonize them. But the main characters aren't mean. In Vacation, the main characters are also mean. And it makes no sense because the family is who you're supposed to empathize with.
Right. Like they literally watch her eat pea in the sandwich in the first one. Was she an aunt or a grandma? I can't remember. They put her dead body on top of the car.
The grandma.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's mean-spirited humor, but they don't mean it to be mean. So that could have been what the little brother was in that newer one. But he was just for no reason was just a little asshole. And there was no payoff. I didn't laugh ever. I wasn't like, oh, what a savage. I was like, he's not funny.
Yeah, I like Ethan Embry in that Vacation movie because that's like the only other thing I've really seen him in. But we are going to be watching another movie that he's in.
Can't hardly wait. He's
That Thing You Do.
Oh, That Thing You Do. Okay. He's also Coyote in Grace and Frankie, the Netflix series.
Right.
I was happy to see him there. So yeah, no, Ethan Embry's great. What a baby face he had in this film.
Oh my God. Right. What a baby voice.
Just giggling and smiling and sniffing women's feet and
just being a goofball.
Yeah, dreaming about being in Gwar, which I did too when I was a teen.
Who doesn't, right?
I wanted to be in Gwar. No, I guess he was one of the more likable characters. Who else is there? That musician guy that shows up out of nowhere.
Oh, Coyote Shivers. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So I don't know how much information you researched about the movie, but the film is 90 minutes. The film is missing an hour, almost an hour, about 40 minutes worth of footage was cut, including 4 characters from the film.
No shit.
Yeah. So it's interesting because there is a 107-minute version of the film that is a unrated version of the film that is outside of buying it. It's kind of hard to find on the internet because most versions of the film are not the extended version. They're the normal 90-minute version of the movie. I would be curious what that additional is like. What it is.
I'd be interested seeing that because like
it does feel like there's some stuff missing.
Yeah, because that guy shows up and I was like, oh, he must be whoever hurt Robin Tunney's character the night before because he's kind of asking about her. He's kind of a little shady. Definitely looks like the type.
Right. He looks like the lead singer he looks like he could be in the Cramps.
Right. Like I've met guys like this in as a musician. Like they're douchebags, all right, and they hurt girls' feelings. They're mean to girls. So as soon as he walked in, I was like, that must be the fucker.
right.
That like did something to her, but she made it clear that it's not about him. So, and then he just plays guitar on the roof. So yeah,
he's not. He's again. There's probably. It feels like that character had more to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like his character had more to it. It does feel like there was more between Anthony LaPaglia and Debbie Mazar as well that they cut out, which is unfortunate because Anthony LaPaglia is really good in this movie. I haven't seen him in a whole lot of stuff. I've seen him in an episode of Tales from the Crypt where he played Abel with the cable. He was, which is exactly what it sounds like. And then he was also in Annabelle Creation, which was just okay.
I think I've seen that one.
That's the one with the
wheelchair, the girl in the wheelchair.
No, it's the one with Lulu Wilson and the thing with the Annabelle. Oh my God. It's the one where the woman has the messed up face. She's in the bed. Miranda Otto.
Right.
The movie opens with the daughter dying. It's how the Annabelle doll got made.
Yeah, isn't there a girl in a wheelchair? Then
sure.
She's like,
I don't remember.
A nun or something.
That movie came out 5 years ago, but I will tell you, it feels like that movie came out 25 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not Annabelle Comes Home, which is the only Annabelle movie really worth watching.
Man, I loved that one.
It was good. It was the closest we will ever get to a actual Conjuring 3 movie that's not bad.
Yeah.
That Conjuring 3 movie is not good.
I think that's one way to get me is obviously if a movie takes place in one spot, then
which one does.
Yeah, I find it cozy. I was trying to explain this to my girlfriend too. Like sometimes I find movies to be cozy, not so much a comfort film, but
you want to live in that space.
Yeah, like I can watch it and go, God, look, I like that house, So I did that with that Annabelle Comes Home film because it takes place just there. That's why I would give Empire Records that as well, as I can see this easily being a comfort film, but also a cozy film because it's just a hangout. Everybody's chilling on the couch or working the register. But I didn't know he was in Annabelle Creation. I didn't recognize him much either. I thought he was Trent Reznor, the first.
He's like if Trent Reznor ate Trent Reznor.
Okay. I thought it was Trent Reznor. Is that Trent Reznor? Even as the movie started, my girlfriend goes, that girl kind of reminds me of Renee Zellweger. And I just looked at her and I was like, that's because it is Renee Zellweger. This was the 90s. She was around.
she was around. She would have been like 28 or 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
She looked beautiful.
She's great. I mean, say what you want about Renee Zellweger, but
I love her.
I mean, her face is funny to make fun of.
Well, yeah, she does.
But that's because she does. But that is because she does the
right. But she's very clear. She's fully aware. Trust me. Me myself.
There's no way she's not. Like
right. I don't know if you've ever seen Me, Myself, and Irene with Jim.
One
Carrey.
Of my favorite Jim Carrey movies.
Yeah, where he starts telling her all the things about herself that he likes, and he makes it very clear he also just likes this face that she has. It looks like she just sucked on a lemon, which she just naturally has. I think it's cute. So, plus she was great as Judy. I don't know if you saw that, but just Judy Garland.
No, never seen it.
Okay.
I don't look at me like those are not those are not the kinds of movies that I tend to watch.
I mean,
biopics are not my bag, unfortunately.
Same-ish, but me being a queen. I have to watch a movie about Judy Garland. Come on.
That's fair.
If there was a movie about Cher or Bette Midler or, I would be watching them.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. I get it.
Icons. So anyways, you homophobe.
Me? Who, me? Totally.
Oh, there was no gay.
I'm more of the Lady Gaga gay than the Cher gay. See what I mean?
I think they're the same thing. Because
that Lady Gaga's gay is like an evolution of the Cher thing.
Right, but Gaga fans, I've seen a lot that are Cher fans.
Sure. I've never listened to Cher.
But
you want me to be honest, that's what it is.
You'd be making more sense if you said, I'm more of a Gaga fan than a Madonna fan. Then it's okay. I get that because
talk about
that's where you're saying something. I'm like, oh, okay, that's where you are.
I think I am more of a Gaga fan than a Madonna fan.
No, I am as well. I love Gaga, but I also love Madonna.
I think I love some of the things Madonna has done, but a lot of it's not great.
Right. Well,
what about her acting?
We'll get there. All right.
We actually will be getting there very soon.
Yeah, we will be getting.
We're previewing all the things we're going to be talking about before we even talk about them.
We
are talking about a lot of music movies just randomly. It's almost like a month within a month on this show because
I'm honored that you asked me.
It just kind of happened. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like a lot of people have a lot of perspectives, but you as a musician have a different perspective than I could offer to a movie like this. I mean, again, this is kind of music, but music adjacent, right? Like you mentioned, Coyote Shivers is a musician, but he doesn't do anything. I think my favorite review for this movie was Variety saying it was a soundtrack in search of a movie.
Okay. The
soundtrack is good.
Mm-hmm.
The soundtrack, if you went and bought the soundtrack, doesn't have like half the shit on it. It doesn't have like the flying lizards, Money That's What I Want cover, which I kind of like for whatever reason, this movie I associate that with. I also associate Edwyn Collins' A Girl Like You with this movie. But yeah, this movie has a pretty good soundtrack. That and the fucking Video Killed the Radio Star, because all I ever see is Ethan Embry doing the whole Rex, because that's the Rex Manning Day scene, is the Video Killed the Radio Star.
Right.
And fucking Say No More, Mona More is not on the soundtrack.
I wonder why movies do that.
They went out to shoot 17 seconds of footage and ended up shooting a 4.5 minute music video. You can watch the whole music video on YouTube. It's great.
I will.
I fucking love that song.
You know,
not on Rex Manning Day. Rex Manning Day, by the way, April 8th.
I kept wondering what the hell that meant. I was like, what does that mean? And then finally, when it happened, I was like, duh. They work at a record store. He's doing a signing. Like,
yeah, it's like record store day.
Yeah, get with it. But there's something that teen movies do. Now, I don't want to just lesser this film by just calling it a teen movie, because it feels like more than that to me. But you know,
but it's in that wheelhouse. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a teen movie in as much as the main characters of the movie are teenagers.
Yeah. So there's something that teen movies do that really bug me, that I find, one, annoying, two, problematic, aka movies like Pretty in Pink. They do it. This film does it. And I've seen it in other films, even films of today, like The Kissing Booth, where a character reveals that they are in love with someone. That someone says, I'm not interested, but therefore the character now has to be mean to them because they rejected them. And it happens a lot with like the best friend that's secretly in love with,
right?
You know, and it creates that really toxic title cliche, which is, you know, the good guy, the nice guy.
Well, you're not supposed to tell someone that you love them outright. You're supposed to make them fucking work for it.
I mean,
chase me, motherfucker, chase me. That's what it feels like.
It does.
It's bad.
I'm not saying don't tell someone how you feel. Go for it. But if they say, look, I only see you as a friend, that doesn't give you the right to go and then be a moody piece of shit and treat them like shit because they don't see you that way. Even though they made it clear, I still want to be your friend, though. You know what I mean? Now, you have every right to be disappointed because it wasn't what you were expecting. You were hoping you two would hold hands and run off into the sunset. But it most often than not, it happens the other way, you know, like in Pretty in Pink. So that's where I thought this was going when that character, the pretty boy with the hair, whose name I keep forgetting, expresses to Liv Tyler that I love you. Of course, he couldn't have come at the worst moment because she had just had an embarrassing situation with Rex. But he tells her that he loves her. And it is sweet the way he does. It was not aggressive or anything. But she just lets him know that I don't see you that way. And from there, he just shuts down and is mean. She's just trying to talk to him. And he's like, don't leave me alone. But he might as well have just been telling her to go fuck herself, you know?
Right.
And it's like as if we haven't been friends this whole time. You know, I had friends come forward like in high school and after telling me, I kind of have a huge crush on you. And I would just be really nice about it. Be like, that's really sweet. If you're trying to pursue anything, it's not going to happen. I just don't see you that way.
Right.
But I am flattered. And I think that's really sweet. And we remain friends. It doesn't have to be weird. So I feel like movies don't want to show that it doesn't actually have to be weird.
Well, to be fair, it is a plot contrivance. I think that's my bigger problem is it's again, these characters are written as stereotypes, right? So they react unrealistically,
right.
Or they react in a way that is not healthy, which I think is what you're getting at. And I agree. I mean, again, you know, I think again, like they're written this way. They're not real people. So it's harder. It's sometimes you have to that step back has to be taken. Obviously, I'm not saying we don't understand that it's not a movie, but to me, the way I look at it is just lazy. It's you're just feeding into easy to understand conventions that are lazy, right? That's the biggest problem, right? Like you said, it's just lazy because then you don't have to have dialogue being written between the two characters. Then you don't have, they don't even really interact throughout the rest of the movie until towards the end.
Until she realizes
he does love me.
And I might be interested.
You big dummy.
Yeah, well, because, she sees him dancing with Robin Tunney, which I loved that scene. I thought it was adorable. Because, she was moody all day and he finally got her to crack a smile and it was sweet.
Right.
He wasn't making her smile. He just, he was doing something silly and it just so happened to make her smile. Because I can't stand when people tell other people you should smile more.
Smile more.
And I'm saying specific men do it to women so much. But I mean, just in general, also, I've been told to, you should smile more. It'd be really nice to see you smile. But how about you go fuck yourself?
Yikes.
It's like Cheer Up, Charlie. Nobody wants to hear it. All right. And I mean that literally, that song. Nobody wants to hear it. But no, I thought that moment was really sweet. And she then, I guess, sees him on the roof and is like, I think I might love you. I didn't really get that. I don't know.
I'm going to upend my entire life for you. Like, dude, why are you doing this? Like, shh.
Did she reveal that she loves him too?
Yeah.
Okay. So see, that situation it's only a little different because she did love him, just didn't want to tell him that, but he didn't know that. So he still had no right to go out and act like a jerk.
I think if you don't dig into this movie too hard, it's fun. But when you start kind of looking at the actual interactions between the characters, it's like they kind of all treat each other like garbage throughout the movie.
Right. And, you have to watch it in that way, because we can relate to some stuff that's going on. I'm like, oh God, I used to know someone that did that, or that happened to me once, or I had a girl tell me that too once. So it's hard not to dig into it and be like, God, that kind of personality is so toxic because I've had to deal with it and it's annoying, Right.
Well, and again, it's like, it's that lazy 90s character writing.
Yeah.
And not everything can be Clueless, right? Which even Clueless is guilty of lazy writing. I just think Clueless. That's the thing. When you have plenty of movies from the 80s not written by John Hughes, and then you have movies written by John Hughes that I think just understand the experience. I think Carol Heineken, she gets the experience, but I think she gets about as much as there was to offer, which is seemingly surface level. And when you have to go further than that and actually dig into the characters, because this is a character movie with all these kind of interworking cogs, when you start digging into it, you realize that the characters are not written very well. They're written rather flat and
shallow.
Yeah. And their dialogue between one another is not great.
Yeah. I'm surprised that this movie wasn't referenced in Not Another Teen Movie, the spoof film.
Wasn't successful enough. This movie had a budget of $10 million and it made on opening weekend $150,000. That's like that. Ouch. Like that. That's not just bad. That's like a fucking abysmal. That's subterranean. That's you don't work in this industry again.
Yeah, you're fired. Yeah. Ouch. Yeah. Well, that's weird too, because the cast.
But the cast, the thing is, it's the cast now.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like Liv Tyler now. Renee Zellweger now.
Right. Well,
Anthony LaPaglia now. I mean, Anthony LaPaglia has made a rather long career of being a series regular, if on a show that ended up being syndicated without a trace. 2002 to 2009. That's a 7-year run on a TV show. That man doesn't have to work.
Well, I can see why this film has a cult following, though. A lot of movies that happens where even with names, maybe not so much in this situation, but like take Hocus Pocus, for example, was not a huge hit when it came out. Nobody cared. They thought the movie's confusing. Is it horror or is it for children? Kind of like Casper. And of course, us kids, we got it. We were like, this is fun. What are you talking about? But it just was not a hit. And it only became a success years later as us kids wanted to watch it constantly. And home video was a thing. And
us kids became adults.
Yeah. And now we have adult money.
Right. Well, that's what it is. Now we have adult money, which means it's nostalgia time, baby.
Yeah, we can buy the outfits that we've always wanted. We can buy the merch that we always wanted and the toys and stuff. So
sell me some fucking Funky Pops, Daddy.
That reminds me, I miss record stores. I miss
places like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my girlfriend were talking about it, and that it used to look like this, and now they're pop funks or whatnot. Is that what they're called?
Funko Pops?
Funko Pop, Pop Funk, Punko, whatever. Who cares?
Punko Fops.
Well, I care because I have.
We are Punko Fops. Good night.
But like the last one that I ever went to, we had here, and it was called Hastings. I don't know if that was.
Yes, and I know exactly which one you went to too.
In San Marcos.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been to that. I've been to that one.
Loved that store. Went there all the time. Bought a lot of my records there. A lot of my favorite CDs there. Bought a lot of movies and books and magazines. And it was one of the last places that you could rent movies still.
Yeah. Yep.
And when it was announced that it was closing, I was pissed. Where am I supposed to go now? Well, you don't need to because, streaming sites are more.
You don't need to own physical media.
No, it can be. Well, I do like the convenience of streaming, but I do like also just things that are tangible. I like being able to hold a DVD and say, I have this.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, tomorrow, if all of streaming services disappeared and the internet disappeared, if you don't have DVDs and music and physical media, how are you going to listen to anything or watch anything? You literally can't. Try getting into a car that doesn't have the ability to hook up your phone to it. What are you going to do? Listen to the radio?
Right. I am so thankful, by the way, that I am a movie fan and a music fan, because there have been situations where it's like, well, just so you know, the cable was cut today, didn't make the bill, won't be on for another 2 days, whatever. Or the Wi-Fi's out or something where streaming is not an option and iTunes is down. Everything's down. I'm like, well, I'm fine. I have CDs. I have DVDs. We have a DVD player. We're set. I'm loaded with DVDs,
Same.
So that's what I miss about record stores. They didn't always just sell records. There was magazines and books and movies and things like that. But Hastings was one of the last ones that I ever got to go to. I think the last CD I ever bought from Hastings was Light Me Up by the Pretty Reckless. And not long after that, the store closed.
They had a pretty good sale going on there towards the end. It was like 50% off everything.
I didn't go. I was too depressed.
You missed out on some good, some good steals, man.
I know. I just, I want that kind of stuff to come back, and maybe it will. Maybe it's, it's very niche now.
FYE Suncoast. I mean, big cities in this country still have cool record stores.
Yeah.
But that's because big cities in this country can sustain those kind of niche stores.
Mm-hmm.
There's a cool one in Seattle that I've been to. There's I forget what the name of it is. It's in like West Seattle. I'm sure there's one in Austin. They're all over the place, but it's like one or two anymore. It's like arcades, right? Those fucking the arcades don't even exist anymore, really, outside of Dave and Buster's and barcades. Like standalone arcades don't even exist because now they have to sell you alcohol.
Right. What that reminds me of? I think that it was like an SNL skit of all the kids from the 90s moved to Portland because in Portland, it's still the 90s.
I mean, the dream of the 90s is alive in Portland.
Yeah. Is that the song?
That's from Portlandia. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was SNL.
No, it's actually funny. So that's how you knew it wasn't SNL.
Oh, fuck off.
I mean, is SNL funny?
It's got the guy.
Fred Armisen.
Fred Armisen. Yeah. Okay.
But he was the lead. He was the lead on Portlandia.
I see. Okay. Well, that makes sense then. That's why the song is all right.
The dream of the 90s.
Look, I was scrolling through TikTok. I just assumed I saw his face. I was like, oh, it's one of those.
Oh, Miss Scusi.
I thought it was one of those music skits, Anyways.
No, yeah, Portlandia is great. But yeah, this is a slice of the 90s. Just like, I don't know. That's what I like about this movie rewatching is it's a slice of a time and a place that I don't have. I mean, I have reference for, but I don't have reference the way people who were this age do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it makes sense. And like, I know I was there and I remember being there. And I
just wasn't there the way these people were.
Yeah, I wasn't a part of it.
Right.
Because our teens were meant for the 2000s and
which the 2000s sucked. I would have rather grown up in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
The music was better.
MTV was awesome.
Right. I mean, Jesus Christ, you could be a nihilistic turd. our generation only became nihilistic turds in our later years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Gen Xers were nihilistic from like the jump.
Yeah. I still have to go back and like every now and then I have to rewind to the 90s where I listen to nothing. I have a 90s playlist and I have to watch like a 90, even if I'm not watching you were at my house and even my son knows that I watch Daria on the regular, you know, so I had, and he requested that I put it on. So I did, things like that I miss that kind of, it's a, kids know what this means today. It's a vibe that I totally feel when I look at it. I'm like, that is a feeling. And I feel like I felt a little bit of it when I was a kid, just a little bit of it, just by watching everyone else going out and experiencing it.
We just weren't old enough to absorb it the way we would like to have, obviously.
Right. It's like your parents raise you listening to certain music and you hate it until you get old enough to appreciate it. And then you're like, well, now this reminds me of my parents kind of thing.
Right.
So that's what it is, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I like this movie. I think this movie is fun. I understand why people don't like it. I appreciate kind of the lack of a plot and vagaries dressed up as characters can be obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
But a
lot of movies did that in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the thing. Like it's surface level, but
I mean, look, Napoleon Dynamite did it. And that movie has no plot.
Right.
It's just a coming of age.
Yeah. But coming of age stories are almost more about the vibe.
Yeah. Like Angus. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Angus.
Yes, I have. I like that movie. That's a good movie.
It's great and has a little bit more of a plot, but it is still a coming of age film. And I just really, really dig these movies. That is my type of movie. And
coming of age movies,
Detroit Rock City, Dazed and Confused. Once again, like those are my type of movie outside of horror. Like these movies just make me feel good. Put it on, make some popcorn, and I will kick back and watch the whole thing. I'm down with it. Well, now there's a thing called coming of middle age movies that I'm like really into. If not movies, more so like television shows. You've seen them.
Are you talking about like the movies with Charlize Theron in them?
Like that, or just any movie where like a middle-aged character, usually it's a woman. It's always like they move back to their hometown, or everyone else seems to have moved on and they're 50 and they haven't even gotten their shit together. Kind of like Bridesmaids is like a coming of middle-age movie.
Kind of like High Fidelity.
See, now that's why I'm excited to see it, because I'm now I'm not relating to teens. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm starting to relate to the people that are like, all right, life just got real. 30s is about to slap you in the fucking face. Here's movies for you to relate to that kind of ease that slap. And you can find humor in no longer being a dumb, angsty teen. Not that all teens are dumb. I'm saying I was a dumb, angsty teen.
But you are saying all teenagers are dumb.
No, reckless, because I was.
But yeah, so was I.
You see those TikToks where it's like, oh, you're in your early 20s and you're at a bar and someone gives you a drink and you just drink it because they gave it to you, and now you're 30 and you're Googling if you are allowed to take 3 Tums at a time. It's just the things you care about.
That's very fair. That's very fair.
Very fair. So coming of age films, great. Coming of middle age films and series, I'm really into. Somebody Somewhere, I highly recommend that to you. It's on HBO. But if things like that, you have to see that show.
What's it called?
They're only 30 minutes and there's like 6 episodes.
What's it called?
Somebody Somewhere with Bridget Everett. I absolutely adore her.
I'll have to check it out.
She's the cabaret singer / comedian.
No idea.
But it's the same thing. It's a woman who is, about to turn 50, moves to her hometown, doesn't really have her shit together, doesn't really know what she's doing, as everyone else is kind of telling her to grow up kind of thing. I feel like I relate to that, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. And I kind of don't care either.
Yeah, I was going to say, why does it have to be either?
Yeah, so if you think it's good or bad, that's fine. You're not in my shoes. So This got deep. That's your podcast. That's your next one. This got deep.
There you go. This got deep. Well, Roger Ebert put it best. He said, this film is a lost cause, but he said some of the actors in the film may have a future in other better films.
And he was right.
He was right. For all the times that Roger Ebert was wrong, which is more often than not, he was right there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anthony LaPaglia, Rory Cochrane, Renee Zellweger, Liv Tyler, Ethan Embry, Robin Tunney all had varying degrees of successful careers. I would say they've all had successful careers.
Yeah, Ethan Embry's being the most shocking to me because, when he popped up in Netflix's Grace and Frankie, I was like, is that Ethan Embry? No shit. I hadn't seen him in years. And here he is. And then the show takes off, becomes widely popular. So he, good for him. He's in one of the longest running Netflix series that is also one of the most popular ones. Yeah. So good for him.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I like everybody in this movie a hell of a lot. I like this movie a hell of a lot. So final thoughts on Empire Records.
Final thoughts. I love it. I'm sorry. I just realized that Grace and Frankie is also a coming of
coming of late age
series. But that's why I love that show. Sorry. Final thoughts. Loved it. It was fun. It was silly. There's some moments that are a little darker. Oh, that funeral scene. I thought it was funny because it was all about Robin Tunney. And she was like, this funeral sucks because they stopped talking about her. They were just talking about themselves.
Yeah. She's great.
Yeah, no, she's fantastic. And no, I loved this movie. It's officially, as soon as it was over, this is added to my list of favorite 90s films. It's going to go up there with Dazed and Confused, Detroit Rock City, just movies like that even Almost Famous. And, you should do But I'm a Cheerleader. That's a whole different.
That's a coming of queer, coming out films.
Yeah. But no, loved it. And justice for Warren. I need Warren merch. I need to know what happened to Warren. If anyone was my favorite character, it was Warren, because when he showed up, I thought, what a little turd. And by the end of the film, I was like, good for him. Like, I'm happy. And he was in Welcome to the Dollhouse.
He's a pretty good shitter kid, as guest of the show, Heather Drain would say.
Yeah, he was in Welcome to the Dollhouse, where he says some really inappropriate and offensive shit to Heather Matarazzo. So give that a watch if you ever get a chance. It's a great movie as well. But no, Empire Records, I loved it. I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, no, I like this movie a lot. It's a movie I've seen a lot of times, and it's a movie that, like I said, the whole Rex Manning Day thing kind of occupies rent in my head, space in my head, rent free, as they would say. So every April 8th, that is when you should go on Twitter and spam shit about Rex Manning Day to keep the memory of this fucking movie alive. Because again, this movie in a lot of ways is a success in spite of itself, because it does give very little to offer in a lot of ways, but it's a lot of fun. And I always have a lot of fun watching it. I always take away something different from it. And you know what? They keep talking about making a musical, and COVID may have derailed that, which would be a shame, because this would be a pretty good musical.
I can see that.
The music alone, right? Alanis Morissette had her 90s musical, but this is a different kind of space of the world, right?
Well, I can see that too, because it's all taking place in one area. So the set is just one main set.
It's very theatrical in and of itself.
It's like Skid Row for, the Little Shop of Horrors. Right. It's just one thing.
It's like Glengarry Glen Ross, a lot of these other single spot plays that were coming out in the 80s and 90s. Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, no, I like this movie a lot. Yeah, and it's a pretty good pairing with another movie we're going to be watching. And on that note, we'll play a preview for that movie.
My store is called Championship Vinyl. Turn it off! It won't go any louder!
I can't fire them. I hired these guys for 3 days a week, and they just started showing up every day. That was 4 years ago.
Rob Gordon has a successful business and a dedicated following.
I used to go to the Double Door to hear you spin. You were unbelievable.
But when it comes to dating...
Hi. Is this Penny Hardwick? Hi, Caroline.
He's still searching.
Are you in or out, Rob?
I'm sorry?
Are you in or out, Rob?
I'm in.
For the right woman.
What's your name?
Laura!
Now his search may have ended, but his problems just started.
And I like you with Laura. I don't think much of this Ian guy.
What Ian guy?
You gotta be kidding me.
Touchstone Pictures presents...
How's Ian? He's growing on me? He looks like he could grow on something.
What a night it really was. What a night.
John Cusack, Jack Black, Lisa Bonet, Joan Cusack, Eben Yila, Tim Robbins, Lily Taylor, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Based on the international best-selling novel...
Are you gonna line that flower bed all night?
No.
High Fidelity.
I'm looking for a record for my daughter. I just called to say I love you. Do we look like the kind of store that sells I just called to say I love you? Go to the mall. What's your problem?
Do you even know your daughter? There's no way she likes that song. Oh, is she in a coma?
We're going to be talking about another musical movie, but this one is more of a coming of middle age with coming of, I guess, late teen. I don't know. High Fidelity is its own weird thing. We're going to be talking about High Fidelity, which features one of my favorite actors, John Cusack. I think it's my favorite John Cusack role. It's one of my favorite movies, which when you watch it, you'll understand why. I can't wait to talk about it with you. Again, this was a lot of fun. Until then, Andy, where could people find you on the internet if they were looking for you?
All social media, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Andy Gnosis, Gnosis.
And as for me, cstachiw.com, cstachiw.com. That's my link tree. Go there for all the things that I work on, which are varied and plentiful. Cstachiw. I already said that. Kulturecast.com, Kulturecast.com, patreon.com/Kulturecast are places you can go to support the show, or just rate and review on iTunes, because that is the only place that reviewing and rating matters for podcasts, because nowhere else really has it. So rate and review on iTunes, even if you don't listen there. That would be immensely helpful to us. And as always, big thanks to you, Andy, for joining me. We're recording on a holiday, and we're not getting paid to do it, so...
Rex Manning Day.
It's always Rex Manning Day. And we'll catch you on the next episode.